Hi everybody, this is Jamie from the Unlikely Homeschool. You're joining me today for part 3 of my 5-day long series, How to Schedule Your Entire Homeschool Year. Now I first want to start with just a quick disclaimer. This is how I plan my homeschool year, and your homeschool will be much different. So what I would suggest is to listen to my video, take the parts that you like, toss out the stuff that doesn't apply, and maybe tweak it all to match the needs of your family. That being said, today we're going to look at how to schedule lesson plans for curriculum that would be considered traditional curriculum. And by that I mean a curriculum that comes with maybe a lesson plan guide or a teacher's planner. And so I have here my daughter's English 5 from BJU, which she will be working through next year, and this would be considered a traditional curriculum. And what I need to do is I need to open it up and find the very first lesson in the series. And for this book, it's lesson 1. And most traditional curriculums, you'll see that they've given each lesson a title, and that's just to provide a brief synopsis of what that lesson will be focusing on. So this is lesson 1. She'll be learning sentences and fragments, and you can see that she will be working on page 1 and page 2 in her workbook. And so I need to take those basic elements and put them into my lesson plan guide. And I'll show you what I did here. I found the very first day of school for her, and that will be August 28th this year. And just a brief side note about that. I purposely plan for each one of my children to have their very first day of school alone, apart from the other children. I do that for a couple of different reasons, and I think I've shared that before on my blog, and I can provide a link for that. But the main reasons are, as a mom teaching 4 or 5 kids, I like to graduate into having all of them together. It makes it a little bit easier for me to start with one and add another each day, but also for them, it gives them a chance to have a day singularly sold out for themselves so that they can be celebrated. And we do a few different things as a family to celebrate that first day success. So I found her first day of school, August 28th, and you'll notice here that I just wrote in all those basic little snippets that we looked at before. I have lesson 1, sentence and fragments, pages 1 and 2. And then as I go on, I would need to look in her, in my teacher's planner at lesson 2 and just fill that in next for lesson 2 and what that topic is. And I go through my entire planner doing that for one whole subject. So I would take her English 5 and fill in the entire school year, skipping the days that I know we're going to have off that I've already established in my school year calendar, and I would just fill in those days until the entire school year has been filled in. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why do I need to just write lesson 1 with the title? I can see that in my book. I could just put this book on a shelf and open it up when I need it. I don't need to write it in a lesson plan. And I would say if you had 1 or 2 children, that might be the case, or if you have ordered a box curriculum set that all the pieces fit together. But as an eclectic homeschooler that has numerous children to teach, I like to have all of my lesson plans at a glance, so that on any given day I can just open up my lesson plan and see what we all will be needing to accomplish for that day. I hope to share with you on my next video about how to schedule traditional curriculum that doesn't necessarily come with a teacher's guide. I hope you'll join me.